What is up, Solanians? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe as we desire to get rich through these bear markets. So why do I look at Solana today? Well, to be honest with you, it's looking incredibly undervalued, and I think it's a project that does deserve a bit of reflection. And, let's have a look retrospectively. What has happened for this coin? We saw some corrections for it. We have seen some big corrections. First swing high down to this swing low was a whopping 65% correction. Then what did we have? We had another swing high to swing low. So we had another correction. We had a 45% correction. So far, we've had quite a big correction, and I think this is the one that presents opportunity. This is the one correction where we've not seen a higher high come through just yet. Corrected down 85% overall at the moment. So guys, want to talk about this coin as why I think it could be absolutely huge to hold for the future. One of the best projects. It performed so well in 2021. Really massive returns, and the fact it only has a $17 billion market cap. We could easily see $100 billion for Solana by 2025 or even 2030, which is why I think this is one of the best blue chip projects to be dollar cost averaging into today. So let's have a look at the charts right now for Solana. We can see we're on the daily time frame. What happened before in 2021? We were just trading at a few dollars. We came all the way up to this all-time high of 58, corrected back down to $20. So that was our first 65% correction wave right there. We took a massive impulse all the way up to $258. This is where I'm seeing that 85% correction come into play. We did have the similar event to this particular descending triangle, as you could say. We also had a descending triangle right here where we were putting through a lot of horizontal supports. This is where we put through a very big pump to the upside. Now, what has happened here on this particular occasion, when we had this swing high to swing low, we came up to the 1.272 Fibonacci, and when we had this particular swing high over here down to swing low, we came up to the 0.5 Fibonacci. So we're getting these correction of waves. I think the next particular area that we may come up to is looking at our diagonal resistances across here, and this is when I want to start seeing this particular project at least breaking out. So I think right now we're extremely oversold. It looks lovely to accumulate around these ranges. As you see, we're at 13 on the RSI. We got that nice bounce back. What did happen is we got rejected over here on this particular resistance and also at the bull market support band. We were yet to retest our 200-day moving average, and what's happened is we've just lost the support. We've lost the momentum. It's been continuous capitulation to the downside over here for Solana. Ever since we lost this particular range here, this $77 support level, which was extremely important, and even the $69 to $70 range was very important as well. We came all the way back down to this particular $37 level, which is actually also another key range for accumulating some Solana around these particular levels. If it ever does come to 20 to 29, I'm going to be all in on this particular project because we've got so much support and consolidation here. What I expect to happen for Solana over the next few days is that we maybe get a pump back up to some previous resistance levels on our Fibonacci extension. I would like to see a $63 Solana in the next few weeks and then retest this key support resistance level at $79 over here. So look out for those levels. What do I think could happen by 2030 though? Well, that's a whole another story. We've actually got an article here on Yahoo Finance Solana to $5,057 in 2030. Who's coming along for the ride? And it's an interesting one, really. If you were to buy Solana now and hold until the end of 2030, you're looking at a cumulative return of around 2,000%. That's a compound annual growth of 40.2%. Given some of the returns in recent years for cryptocurrency, 40.2% seems like an insult, but of course, it's not. It's actually tremendous gains. For example, 10,000 today would be around $209,000 at the end of 2030. So I'd take that every single day of the week as well. I suppose one of the pros of this particular speculation is, of course, that in order for Solana to hit $5,000, the market cap is going to need to go absolutely crazy to $1.3 trillion and basically be triple of Bitcoin. So I think potentially $5,000 is a bit optimistic. But by 2030, who knows what can truly happen. Another con is that, of course, it's very much a long-term hodl, so you won't be getting those returns anytime soon, but that is what crypto is all about. I personally think, my 2030 target for Solana, I personally think we'll be coming up to, assuming this is the market cycle bottom over here at $37. I think at least looking at the 4.2 Fibonacci extension, about $1,000 or $994 on the technical target side of things. I think that's very much pragmatic and realistic to look at, because in order to get there, we'd only need a 20x on the market cap, which would be around $350 billion. Now that's much more a realistic approach in my personal opinion. So yeah, this is Solana. I think it's going to be really, really good. If you want to grab some Solana today, you can use the link at the top of my description or in the comment section. Just follow through and open an exchange today for the long-term hodl. Of course, I'm just a guy that makes YouTube videos, but doing these DCA strategies through bear markets has worked very well for myself. And yeah, if you like this sort of content, subscribe, by the way, guys. Before we head off, we're going to look at crypto bubbles, what's happening in the crypto market at the moment. Just give that a quick refresh. We can see Bitcoin down 5% on the weekly time frame. ETH is down 12.1% on the weekly time frame. We've lost that 30k level support. Downtrend does continue. I believe we'll be heading to that 200-week moving average, looking below $25,000 very soon. Ethereum, same bearish trajectory. Even though we've got the triple merging, it has been delayed, which has caused a lot of people to impatiently sell their Ethereum assets. When we look at the BLX chart as well, this is Bitcoin market cycle top to cycle bottom. At the moment, we've seen a 63% correction in this market cycle. I do think we'll be headed down, like I say, to these $21k levels and inevitably rebounce or retouch the 200-week moving average, because look at the fear and greed index. We're all the way back down, where we were in these bear markets. It looks like we're trying to bottom out, but we haven't quite just yet. As you see, we're at 47, still got space to come down to these lower levels on the monthly relative strength index. So very, very keen to see what might happen. Solana, well, Solana is also really, really strong at the moment. We're seeing massive transactions at the moment, always climbing more and more. The average cost per transaction is still extremely good. One of the best layer 1 infrastructures out there. Mark my words, guys. There was a very famous tweet from Sam at FTX. As we see, it says, I'll buy as much Solana as you have right now at $3. Sell me all you want, then basically go and piss off. This was in 2021 at $3. What happened is it exploded all the way beyond $160. So I guess that guy is doing very successful at the moment because of what just happened there. I think it can happen again from a $50 price level. Of course, we're not going to see the same percentage of increase. We're not going to see 14,000%. We're not going to see 4,000%. Maybe we're going to see a diminished return, but I do think a 10x is very much possible. At minimum $700 and pragmatic target at least $1,000. So $600 to $1,000 is the price target by 2025 to 2030. Really, really good long-term hodl, guys. The markets are fearful right now. Use this fear to basically accumulate more cryptocurrency. I think we are headed in the right direction over the long term. However, for now, over the next few weeks and months, I think the sentiment is bearish. That means much dollar cost averaging, buying the dips gradually and holding for a long time. Don't expect to make money anytime soon, but expect to make money in 2025 to 2030 with the long-term hodl investment strategy. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave suggestions down below and see you soon. Bye now.